July 2nd, 2021, 1:45 Eastern. I just entered this trade here on ES, going short. This is something that I don't usually do, which is fading the market. I did believe that we had exhausted ourselves since today's the long weekend. Actually, the market wasn't, there wasn't a lot of, I wasn't expecting there to be a lot of volume, but the market has been just pumping up all day. And so looking at some of the fib levels, it got exhausted a few times, and then this last time it didn't even get up to the 127% level. So I thought, okay, this is a great one to fade. And with a short, with a tight stop loss, I decided to go ahead and enter this. And so I entered it at 43.40. It's crazy that we're at well above 4,300 after just crossing it yesterday. So I believe we're overextended, and I believe that people are going to be trying to exit their positions by the close of the day. So with the long weekend coming up, so I thought let's go ahead and fade this. I think unless there's a retrace, a strong retrace at this point, I think we're good. I'm going to look to set my targets after it does retrace a little bit. So I'm going to see, I'm going to actually move this up a little bit. So I have my first target here at the 0% level. So this is actually my break-even level from when I entered. And then my second two targets are TBD. They're just there for right now. They're just placeholders. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust that when I'm out of this first target, hopefully. So my total risk is $300 for this trade. 2 points, 3 contracts. And if you guys have seen me trade before, you know my first contract is a break-even contract. And my next two are the ones they're going to be my runners. So this is ES today. GC was the other one that I was taking a look at. So let's take a look at GC. Beautiful move up, starting from the low which was set yesterday morning all the way up to the high from this morning. Retraced exactly to the 38.2% level, below VWAP, and came up all the way to the 127% level. And if I had done a conservative exit here, I could have exited here and potentially, let's see if there was another opportunity to enter. Not exactly, but it's pretty close. So yeah, fib works beautifully on GC, and there were quite a few setups this week. If you guys were watching my videos from earlier this week, so I'm pretty excited about being able to trade GC more frequently now, and I have to see what time period most of these setups happen. So far, I've seen that in the morning time between 4 and 7 a.m. Central, there are some good setups. So that may be the time that I will look to be ready and in front of my laptop. So that's GC. CL, I still have to work out how I'm going to trade that, but I'm excited about CL as well. ZB, not as much. I already went over this yesterday or 2 days ago in my market recap video. So far GC has been stalling, so I'm going to move away from that and take a look at ES again. So I think this is the one that I'll be looking at. Again, relatively risky trade since I am fading the all-time highs, and that is not something I would recommend for everyone to do, and it's not something that I usually do. But with the number of fibs that were exhausted and the fact that we're a long weekend, I decided the fact that it did not reach up to the 127% target, there was quite a bit of weakness here. So that's why I decided to go short. Let's see if I can at least get into a break-even trade. So far, if you guys are seeing the chart down here, definitely more sellers than buyers in the last couple minutes, I guess 30 minutes, but not strong either way. So we're definitely in that range. The price level to watch obviously is this right here, 43.36. If you break that, I think we're gonna retrace all the way back to at least VWAP. So let's see if there's a good level that I can set my target at for a retracement. So if I place it here, so the first one, BF 43.31.50, sorry, 43.33, and the second one would be right here at 43.27.50. Definitely see a retracement. We could definitely see a retracement. We could see a head and shoulders. Or we could see a drop. Three more ticks. Let's go, babe. Come on. Seller stepping in. I'm gonna move my stop loss to 3 ticks away and move this up. So I will be in a break-even trade if it set my target. Come on. Two, three, four, five, six. Okay, break-even trade. So now I have 2 contracts running. Yeah, I saw weakness there. Or strength, I should say, I'm sorry. So now my total risk is 0 for this trade. That's one of the reasons why I decided to enter, because of the way that I set up my bracket orders, because of the 3 contracts. Even if it moves in my direction a few points, then I am in a excellent trade as far as reward to risk goes. And if we do end up catching a big trade, I'm still in with 2/3 of my initial trade, and 2 contracts on the ES, with a 10-point move. That's a solid trade. One thing I did notice this week, though, just from the way that I've been trading and some of the things that have been happening outside in my life as well, is I do need to be more equanimous. Sometimes I get too full of myself when I have some winners that I string along, or I have a good meeting, or I learn something new that's useful, and then I find out I did something that I didn't that I wouldn't have done in hindsight, or I just do learn something about myself that I didn't like, whatever it is, or I make a couple bad trades in a row. Bad trades is not necessarily losers, but impulsive trades or impatient trades, and get down on myself too much. So maintain that equanimity a little bit better in many situations. So not too high, not too low. Meyer stepped in a little bit the last 2 minutes. Did not move it up too much, so that's a good sign. Not done yet, but that's a good sign. Still in this trade now. You look at this. I have an alert here set up for 42.80. Yep. I literally just set that up yesterday, or the 30th night. And here we are, 160, 155 points above that. Crazy. Still pretty even buyers and sellers. Stream is freezing a little bit. One of the things I also said was just noticing in my body where I am getting tense, and so yeah, just noticing that and releasing it. have one last fake out to the upside before we go down. There's a fake out. Question is it going to keep going up? Not buying pressure. Tall wick. Look at that. Look at that selling pressure. Pretty even match so far in this at this price. Question is, how many more market buyers or sellers are going to step in? Where's the net delta of the market buyers or sellers? So far, buyers are winning. Not sweating it. Again, like I said, I'm in a break-even trade. More than break-even, actually. Let's go to GC real quick. Has it stalled out, or yeah, really don't see it. Maybe, if anything, a head and shoulder, and for it to come back down, but I don't really see that happening. Maybe. GC is pumping though. Still pumping. Trying to get to this level. 1799. Go back to ES real quick. Back at where we entered. Not really any fibs. So here we go. Head and shoulder. Or is the strength just too much for me to have faded this? Definitely sellers here as well. Definitely sellers, but you might just see a huge pump to close out the rest of the night, rest of the afternoon. Yeah, I might be getting stopped out here. Okay. Yep. Small loss on both of those, but it's okay. I ended up winning that trade, barely. $50. But now, I'm thinking that there was a lot of strength here. Yeah, I mean, just trading at the end of the weeks, especially on a holiday week with the markets closed today, is never know what you're going to get. Yeah, even GC. Let's see. Let's right up to that level. See if there's anything forming here. Yeah, I'm tempted to go long on this towards this 161% level, but I just feel with everyone trying to exit their positions by the end of the afternoon, I may not get there. So we might just be hanging out in this range. Yes is now, is at all-time highs again? All-time highs. Yeah, you just never know what's going to happen with these markets, man. Because I didn't quite get down to the 61.8% level, and so that could indicate a lot of strength. And look at how many green candles there have been. It is just pumping. $1795.9, which is that. Wonder if we're going to get there again tonight, or even break through even higher than that. Really tempted to enter long, obviously. Nope. $600 risk for that trade. Has to be tighter than that. 2 SL is too loose. Let's do 1 SL. So $100 stop loss, 3 contracts, and the first one is break even, like we've been doing. The second two, look at that, $1,600. Crazy. Who do you think I am? So I'll do 400 and 800. Save that bad boy. Not tight enough. Yeah, I mean, it's either not moving at all or ES is moving a lot. Again, got almost so close to the 127%. We're still setting new highs though. Feeling a little bit drowsy, so not gonna fade this. GC's barely moving. I think I'm gonna call it a day, guys. I mean, it's just most of these. I mean, we're at like 10, 15, 20 contracts, so it's not moving much. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna move much the rest of the afternoon. And yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day. And we're gonna be back on Monday. Excuse me, we're gonna be back on Tuesday. I'll spend some time to think about, what my next steps are. I do have to do a lot of work with my mentor this weekend, and just setting up some strategies. Actually, setting up a strategy first, and then working on some coaching things. So it's gonna be a busy weekend. I'm gonna enjoy the weekend as well. But yeah, it's just you have to know when to take a step back and say, all right, market's not giving me anything today. It gave me something earlier today, but not right now. So when it does not give you anything, take a step back. Don't give any money to the market when you don't need to. So that's my takeaway for today. Relax, chill out. Not a terrible week. We made some money back, and I'm learning how to trade on these different markets now. So getting there, one step at a time. Thank you all for tuning in. If you have any questions, if you have any thoughts, any feedback on how I can improve, what I can do to serve you all better, if this is any helpful for you guys, please let me know. And we'll be back next week.